What's up, everybody? Well, I got another Lenovo Legion Go S with SteamOS and the Z1 Extreme chipset gameplay video for you guys today. And today we're checking out Cat Named Mojave. Very fun game. Now, unfortunately, it looks like the kind of game that will get hundreds and hundreds of FPS even on these weaker systems, but alas, not meant to be. Pretty sure it's Unreal Engine 5, and Unreal Engine 5 games, even if they look like this, struggle to run on most things. Luckily, at least on the Allies, we were able to get 60 plus if you put it on 720p and low. And it might still be able to barely stay over 60 if you did like low 1080p or whatever too, if you just wanted to stay at higher resolution. But on these tinier screens, I just feel like I'd rather have the FPS, you know? And a game like this, I barely notice a difference between high, shadows, and low. Everything else in the game just kind of stays the same. So you can change like resolution and shadows, and that's really all that seems to make it matter for FPS. But I'd say it's now about time for us to go ahead, hop in the game, and let's get started and see if this thing can match the Allies, beat it, or maybe it'll be a worse experience on here. Let's go find out.
All right, here's what we're gonna go with. 1200p, and it does seem like it gets a little bit, oh, we gotta make sure that's up, almost messed up. We gotta make sure that's 100. But all right, it does seem to get a little bit less FPS than the Allies in this particular game, but not to the point where it becomes unplayable. This one is a little bit iffy. You might drop under 30 here and there, but the rest of them should still be fine. But anyway, let's get into the game. Now for some 900p and medium shadows, which at least gets us over 30 the whole time, but still nowhere near where the FPS the Ally was getting. That thing was tickling at 60 FPS. Still couldn't quite do it everywhere, but still did better than this factually. But this is still playable, but this is what happens a lot of times. Every once in a while, though, it does do better, but now I'd say it's about time to get into the game. Well, now for 800p. And at least now we can get up to 60-ish FPS. There is some times where it drops probably under 60. I bet. I haven't looked at it the whole time, but I'm just guessing. But it's still playable, but couldn't do as well as the Allies. Those were getting like high 70s to low 80s. So, but it's not like this is not playable or anything. But I wished it would have at least done as good. It doesn't always have to win. Because sometimes SteamOS just doesn't win. Sometimes Windows doesn't win. It depends. Alright, let's get ourselves a little camera record gameplay now. And we need to go chop these up. Oh, must be 420. My phone's vibrating. Alright, do I have anything in here? I guess we'll find out. It's either going to be a good 420 hit or a shitty one. Oh, if I would have known I was that close, I would have just waited until 420, take that hit, and then start recording. I just wasn't paying attention to time. Also, it's 16:20 in military time. Good to know. Alright, so I think where I'm messing up is I'm just not doing this right. So you hit them once, that skins them and chops their head off, and then you're supposed to chop off the arms, and then the legs. I think that's all I've been messing up on this whole time. Yep. I just read chop 5 times and then just tried to hit the button 5 times. It's a little bit more to it than that. Oh, we're going too far. Where is it? There it is. There you go. And it doesn't seem to get quite as much FPS as the Allies did. Not far behind though. It's the kind of thing I wouldn't probably notice the difference between the two if I didn't have a frame rate counter staring me right in the face. Do 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 do. There we go. Alright, now I gotta remember the layout so I don't get stuck in here this time. Yeah, see, on this one I can see no problem. But for some reason on the X screen it was just too dark even with max brightness. Even though it's the same screen as the, whatchamacallit, Ally Z1 Extreme. So I don't know what the hell was up with that. I wish I got out of there and didn't take like 8 minutes walking around in circles like an idiot. That was not fun. Alright, cornfield. But alright. Alright, cornfield's this way. Chicken. I'm so gonna get lost out here. Oh wait, I can probably just shoot through that, can't I? Well, maybe not that one, but probably the other one. Where do I go then? Alright, I think that's a wrap, because I'm stuck in the damn cornfield like I figured was going to happen. But at least I didn't get stuck in the damn dark house this time. But anyway, let's go wrap up, shall we?
Well, alright guys, that's a wrap for Cat Named Mojave. It did a pretty decent job. Didn't seem to do quite as good as the Allies did. Obviously did a little better than the Steam Deck did, but everything has been playable so far. But you'd expect a game that looks like this to get way more FPS than it does. But it is what it is. At least it's playable. I wish games that looked like this ran even better though. But as long as I can at least get playable FPS even on like the weakest stuff like a Steam Deck and stuff, I mean, I guess we can't complain too much. Still, I think the Steam Deck should be getting like 100 and something FPS in a game that looks like this. But again, that's just me. And there's probably some reasons I just don't understand because I'm not a developer. But like I've said in other videos, I see one developer that's like, or just a singular or like a couple, able to make amazing games that still look really good, run really well, don't have a bunch of stutter or anything. This thing at least doesn't just have like lots of stutter. I'll at least give it that. But you'd expect it to get more FPS, you know? Because others can do it. So I always go, why can't everyone just do it? But there's definitely some reason behind it. Otherwise, every game would be perfect, right? But anyway, that's all for this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video because I sure as hell enjoy making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.